Hello everyone. I'm really drunk right now, but I feel I do my best videos when I'm really drunk. It's a bit like Ed Belfour, the goaler of the Toronto Maple Leafs. They got the first pick in the NHL draft, so good for them. But Ed Belfour, whenever he was drunk, he was a goaltender or a goalie, and he did his best goaltending when he was drunk. I feel it's the same for me. Like when I'm drunk, that's when I do my best stuff. So today we're gonna look at bald beaver hunter. If you don't know, bald beaver hunter, bald beaver hunter. What kind of fucking name is that? And on the NBC. They censored his name. They removed his name because it's too offensive for your prurient ears. Like bald beaver, meaning the female organ. I guess I'm gonna call it that way. He's a hunter for bald beaver. He's another fucker that's obsessed with shaved pussies. And as a man, if there's any females viewing this, if there's any vagina holder watching this, I'm sorry, I'm drunk. I'm gonna put that on beer. But if there's any if there's any females viewing, I never got man's obsession with the bald beaver. I'm talking really about bald, meaning shave it completely. If I was a woman, and thanks God I'm not, sorry about that. No, that wasn't funny. If I was a woman, and I was making a joke, don't feel bad. If I was a woman and a guy asked me, like, I only want a shaved vagina, I would be spooked. Because that, to me, screams pedophile. I'm not saying I'm not talking about a guy who prefers that. Okay, everybody's got his preference. But then when there's a guy obsessed with shaved vagina, up to a point where he won't even be able to get an erection if he sees pubic hair, that's a sign for worrying. And some people are going to say, yeah, I'm not talking about trimming or grooming that. I don't know if you groom that below, but I'm talking about bald, meaning, listen, girl, I want you to shave and then you're going to wax it because I don't want to see anything. I would feel demeaned. If I was a woman and I had a guy and he says, I want you to wax and remove like all of it. Well, first of all, if you wax there, you're fucking crazy. But second of all, if a guy told that, I would fuck him up. Like I would like, fuck you, get away. It screams pedo. Like a man who's really turned off by pubic hair is a pedo. Period. That being said, that guy's name, I feel it's one of the best name on the show. Bald Beaver Hunter. Like, what you doing today? Oh yeah, I'm going to hunt. I'm going to search bald beaver. Like, what the fuck was he thinking when he got that name? I'm creating my chatting account. What's gonna be my screen name? I could put something like a man in Tennessee or Kentucky man or something like that. No. I'm gonna go for Bald Beaver Hunter 42025. Another random number like Lauren 20014. And this fucking guy, if you haven't seen my videos, that videos were taken off YouTube. I put it on Dailymotion. It got a respectable 744 views. Go watch it if you have the occasion. I analyze his arrest with 2 followers. And a bald beaver hunter lost that smile off his face after spending the night in the jailhouse. They put him in a cell with Booba Fudge. That's because in the video, when he's confronted by Chris, instead of being fucking scared to death, which would be the normal reaction, he laughs. He's like, it's funny, it's a big joke.
To focus, but
He goes, he's like, what should happen to you? Sent to an island? And then he laughs.
he's going to overwhelm her. So
You're like, what should happen to you? Like, it's there. Let me show you
now
when he says
he's
that. Look at this fucker. Dude, you got busted on TV for being a child rapist? You just laugh.
laughing. Now it's a big joke. It's not.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, past Nathaniel, exactly. And then when he goes the next day in court, now he's not laughing anymore. And that's the short extract that we used to have. The short
That's
extract
good. I want
shown, you can see he has a sprite. And what kind of cover is that for a sprite? That's only the short extract we had of the police interview. And then you have the next day, look at this fucker. Look at this fucker.
He talks to the camera.
Look at him! Look at this guy! Look at this guy!
I never been to Jenny.
Oh, come on, shut up, Nathaniel. I want to show what happens.
See where he gets his bell hearing? Look at what he looks like.
Did you see him walk?
Oh, he's not walking straight.
He's not walking straight. You're so funny, past Nathaniel. I want to show you the footage on NBC. It's going to be quicker. And this is the Bowling Green episode. It's been taking off YouTube. Thanks a lot, assholes. And they have quite a few interesting spots. Like,
Last April,
that's a sting house, and the guy walks in. It's basically a Dateline sting, but without a Dateline. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's gonna get fucked so hard. Like, hey man, I'm so excited to see you. I'm gonna have sex with you. I'm a teenager. And look at what's gonna happen.
Northern Kentucky, and all 11 were arrested.
The guy just dropped like, whoa, dude, relax. I'm just here to have sex with a kid. Relax. Like, the big guy, he just appears out of nowhere. Like, if I was here, like, I might actually, if I was this guy, look at this
In
guy.
Northern Kentucky,
Look at how quick it is.
and all 11 were arrested.
Look at how quick it is. That guy is just minding his own business. La 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 la. I'm here to rape a little kid. And then look at what happens. Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Look at this guy! Oh! Look at this fucker! There's like 6 guys. That guy with a taser. Like, what do you think he's gonna do? You are 6, and look at those cops. They're so beefed up. You might say no, they're with overweight. I disagree. That guy is built as a bull. That guy looks pretty tough too. You know, if you're watching Mr. Cop, maybe you're gonna recognize yourself. He looks pretty damn buffed, even though we don't see well. I'm gonna show you in case you don't see. Why do you have your hand in your pants? I'm sure Dateline, they had something like 10 hours of footage, and they took like the 2 worst seconds for this guy. Like, what the fuck? Why do you have your hand in your pants? Like, fucking idiot. And look at this. Okay, come on, look. Admit this guy looks buff. This guy looks buff. They have guns. That guy is buff. This is so violent. I love it. Man, I love the US. It's so fucking entertaining. Poor guy. The US actually managed to make me feel bad for that guy who's a child rapist. Okay. That guy was sitting at least. Personal note, if you go and try to rape a kid, sit at the table, you're not going to get shoved on the ground. Instead, you can get that guy come with a gun. Why a gun? Police! Okay, you have a shirt saying police. Okay. Let's look. Let's look at this guy. Like, he looks like such a loser. What kind of guy goes to have sex with a kid? He's sitting at a table thinking like the guy in Scarface. Like, shit, my cocaine empire is crashing down. Shit, the Cuban are coming to my manors to kill me. I'm gonna get my machine gun. Maybe that's why the cop jumped at him with guns. But look at how he jumps, like, when he sees the cops. He's like, shit. Like, look at it. He has a little, like, a tick. Like, he shivers, he shakes. Oh, shit. And they're not that nice with him. They take him from the chair, they throw it on the ground. They were much nicer with Lauren, much nicer with everyone, except Michael Patterson. You know, I'm still recording Michael Patterson's analysis video. You know, he's like, bro, I'm a cop. You're a cop. Give me a chance. Like, they ask him like, so you're a sworn police officer? I was. I did 2 weeks of training before being laid off. I'm a cop now. I'm a lieutenant. I didn't give this guy accurate information. You lying little bitch. Like, so you're a cop? So you're a cop, not a detective? Detective, yeah. I'm a lieutenant. Michael Patterson. I'm still recording this guy. He's like, yo, well, I received a card in the mail, but it wasn't my name with my nip and my Catholic. I pled guilty, misdemeanor A, but that's the anyway. Okay. And you can see in that video, eventually you're going to get Jim Rouch. I'm going to do the analysis of the video one day. I've analyzed part of the videos of Jim Rouch, but you can see an extract.
Not guilty and is awaiting.
You can see an extract like he's here. Like,
people in the community who support.
Look at this guy. He's like, oh shit.
Supported him, who couldn't.
Look at how he walks. He doesn't walk with his head bowed down. No, he just looks ahead. Like he's taking a stroll at the park and he's thinking about philosophical problems. Like, maybe Kierkegaard's view on life wasn't accurate. I should reread Platon's read on human nature. It looks like there's no big deal.
Believe that he would engage in his time.
And then he talks to the police, and now we have the full interview. I love you so much, Cookie, for getting it. Like,
but later.
It's crazy. They showed like a few moments of the interview on TV, and 9 years later, we got the full interview.
Education for her.
Look at this guy, bro. Bro, if I'm ever that fat, okay, I'll tell you what I do. If I ever turn this fat, I'll go to my kitchen, I'll take a knife, and I'll cut it off. I mean, there's no other option. When you're that size, you might as well like do your own liposuction, you know. And I'm not talking about the kind of suction that you want from that little girl. One day I'll do his analysis.
I think so.
Oh, I think so, you know. I think, and it looks like he's handcuffed, but he's not. He's like free. So anyway, the first guy to show up is gonna be Bald Beaver Hunter. The fucking, if you watch the extended footage with Casey, he goes and he says like, "How do I look like?" And then Casey says, "I couldn't lie and tell him he was pretty." Fucking Casey Monroe. Like he asked me how he looked like. I couldn't lie and tell him he was pretty. And he's the guy that asks to go to the bathroom. You can see it's pitch dark. He goes, says, "I gotta go to the bathroom." And I don't know what they did to the bathroom after you left. If I was in charge of the house, I would say, okay, the people who have this house, they rented it to us like with good intention, but that guy used the bathroom, and we need a flamethrower. We need a flamethrower. Some napalm. Like, I wouldn't let this guy approach me within 100 yards, okay? Look at this.
Down.
We've hired this 19
fucking guy. Like, okay. Even the pig. Even the pig when he shot. Look at this picture. This picture to me screams too yellow, and it screams pedophile. And then he shot. He's like, it's so fun. And then Chris comes and he just makes a big joke. Like, what do you think should happen to you?
Therapist.
That's right here. Right here.
I
I got busted. Yeah. What do you think should happen to you? Sent to an island. Let's watch it. Let's watch this fat fuck piece of shit.
I've had that fantasy in the back of my head.
I have that fantasy in the back of my head. You know, I have a fantasy right now, and that's eating a poutine from Lafleur. And I don't even do it because there's too much fat in it. Your fantasy happens to be a felony. That's not the kind of fantasies you should be realizing, Mr. I don't even know his name, Elliot. Even his name is stupid. No offense if your last name is Elliot.
Fantasy.
About being with a
And
young girl.
you can see Chris is pissed off. And I get you, Chris is a guy who doesn't take bullshit. I can criticize Chris. I think he skips a few corners here and there. But he's still an amazing dude, and he doesn't take any bullshit. So when the guy, like, bald, fat piece of shit Beaver Hunter, like, when Chris reads his name, he laughs. Like, I have to show that part after. But Chris doesn't take shit. He doesn't let that man walk over him, and I love that in Chris. It's rare. Chris is amazing. Listen to that.
Young girl, yes.
Well, what do you think should happen to you?
Sent to an island.
Sent to an
Exile.
exile an island.
And he's laughing. Like, it's funny. Like, Oh, I got busted for trying to rape a little girl.
Still think this is all funny?
It's like a big joke. Like, oh yeah, oh, I'm going to have sex with an underage girl. Oh, there's a guy.
I don't know why you're asking me stuff like
I don't know why you're asking me stuff like that. I can tell you're not too bright. There are two options, John Bald Beaver Hunter. Why is somebody asking that kind of question? Two possible outcomes. Either he's a police officer and he's interviewing you, or he's a news reporter. Why do you think somebody would sit down and ask that kind of question? Like, oh yeah, and here's the answer he's going to give, and it's important for the interview, so make sure you listen.
this. I mean,
Well, why do you think I'm curious about
Good question, Chris. Why do you think I'm curious about all this?
all this?
I can tell you're a therapist. I know.
I can tell you're a therapist. You finally managed to say something more stupid than Lord. Like, imagine how awesome that would be. Like, you go to commit a crime, and instead of getting arrested, there's a therapist that just sit down. I can talk with you. John, tell me about your childhood. Did you get enough cheeseburger? I can tell you're a therapist. Like, imagine if you're a psychologist and you're like, how can I possibly get clients, you know? Oh, I have an idea. I'm going to do a sting operation online, and when the predator sits down, we're going to do therapy. How fucking stupid. And he's like, he really believed that Chris is a therapist. And the kind of question that Chris asked him so far, it's not really the kind of question that a therapist would ask. Listen.
What, right?
But that's not how you made it sound online.
You know.
And what about
And then he shows the picture, and you can see there's a file. Why would an adult, a man, sit down with a huge fucking file on you and show you photos?
the photos he sent of himself?
I like how he doesn't pick it. Like, Chris leaves to give pictures to him, and he just stays like that. Like, inertia gravity is too strong. I can't move. And Chris has to drop them on his lap. Like, look, that's you, bro.
Masturbating.
Why'd you do it?
Why'd you send picture of a girl masturbating? Oh, well, according to Freud, it stems back to my mother, you know. He's like,
Well, just everything in my life is just, it's all.
bro, you commit a crime, you show up to a house, there's a young girl chatting with you, and then a guy come in. It's either a cop or a news reporter, okay? It's not a fucking therapist. He's like, I can tell you're a therapist.
What do you think should happen to you?
Sent to an island?
sent to an
Maybe him and Jim Roach told each other jokes in jail, you know, like, yeah, I told this guy.
exile on an island?
And Chris doesn't find it funny. This guy finds it funny.
You still think this is all funny?
I don't know why you're asking me
you're-
stuff like this.
And then he said,
Well, why do you think I'm curious
oh, I can tell you're a therapist.
about all this?
I can tell you're a therapist.
He looked utterly convinced, like, I just magically appeared like as a therapist to help me. Like, based on what? Based on what you want to believe? I wish Chris says, wow, you're really good. You really nailed it. I'm a therapist and I don't charge money. It's free. You know, that's how it is in therapy. So tell me about your mother, John. That's what I would have done. I hope that the extended footage, Chris bullshit him for like an hour, like but would you say that your mother and your father never loved each other? Maybe that's why you developed that kind of perversion, that kind of cheap therapy.
No. I mean, I just.
You think I'm a therapist?
Chris is like, okay, thank you. And look at his face. Dude, you're about to go to jail for 5 years. How many years? You're about to go to jail. 40, he was sentenced to... He was disgusting, frustrating, and annoying. Tense moment in the chat when you get extremely sketchy. Oh, wow. Man. Was sentenced to 7 years. I want you to do something for me. Think about every reaction you would get if you would receive 7 years in jail. Is that one of them? I could tell you're a therapist by the way you act.
Yeah, by the way you're.
Do you think that you came over here to meet this girl and magically a therapist sat down to help you through your problem?
And good question, Chris. Chris has one thing that he does, perhaps the best in the world, instant replies. The way, there was a case that I read about someone, they get like ask a question and right away they have the perfect reply. Chris is like that. He basically tells him, bro, I'm not a therapist. But even there, he's going to keep laughing.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe like it's a miracle, you know, like it's like Jesus. I have a problem. Boom, therapist. Like I'm gonna go rob a bank, and then there's gonna be like a therapist. Like, Nathaniel, why do you rob bank? Would you say that something is missing in your life? Then he says what he has, and look at what he's gonna say. I want to skip not to get a copyright strike.
You ever watch television?
No, sir.
No, sir. Like, you ever watch television? No, sir. Television is evil. No, I've never watched television in my life. Fucking idiot.
Well, there's something I got to tell you. I'm Chris Hansen,
I'm not a therapist.
and I work for a show called Dateline NBC.
Okay.
And we're doing a story on adults who try to meet young teenagers online for
And you can see the file he has. Like, now he's realizing, shit, I'm not going to get my free therapy lessons.
sex.
Okay.
It's called To Catch a Predator.
Good title, you know. It's not called like a polite investigation into the internet world. No. To Catch a Predator.
So if there's anything
And you are one of those predators, John.
else that you'd like to tell us about your situation, we'd like to hear it.
No, I love my wife.
Did he say, I'd love my wife? What? First of all, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that he has a wife. Like, what kind of woman is going to marry that? I would rather marry a vibrator. At least you're going to get an orgasm from a vibrator. But second of all, he's married and he goes to cheat on the girl. And I'm sure he talked with her for a while. I'm sure he talked with the girl for a while. He started talking. Oh, don't look at that pic. Don't look at that pic. Don't look at that pic. Okay, that pic doesn't exist. If you're a woman, okay, just look at the top. I don't want to show the rest because it's going to make me sick. You know, I'm drinking water right now. I don't want to be sick. If you're a woman, look at this. Is it attractive to me? I'm not a woman. Maybe a woman's going to say like, oh, it's so good. I'm excited. I'm wet when I look at that. To me, I'm going to look away. I got enough. So that guy is not only married, he's cheating on his wife, like with a 12-year-old woman. If you're a woman, okay, and your husband or boyfriend cheated on you, you can comfort yourself thinking that at least he didn't cheat on you with a 12-year-old girl. Called dreaming of fairies. Good day. He started talking September 14 and he ends October 14th. For a month, they chat together. For a month. Wow. You know, we only have one phone call with that guy. I would love to have all the phone calls.
And I know it doesn't look like it.
And he still looks happy, you know.
I need to see a psychiatrist because of the way
I need to see a psychologist because of the way things have been going. And Chris says, I hope you get that help.
everything's going with my life.
All right. Well, why don't you go ahead and I hope you get that help.
As he gets up to leave,
Now he leaves, he get arrested, but look at him the next day. Let me try to find him. Sent to an island? Where is it? Damn, I think I lost it. Well, I've showed you already where it was, but man, I got the Kentucky investigation is the best investigation. It's so funny.
Her parents.
I don't want to get you in trouble with her parents.
I never really was gonna do anything.
I thought she was 18. When I saw her at the door, I figured it wasn't Kayla, but I still came in. But look at the chat. Sorry about that. I hope you didn't see. So they talked for a while. They talked not as long as they hardly learned geography, of course, but they talked for a while, you know. He says, you still mad at me? At this point, I figured it was gone. I was never mad at ya, girl. You are mad at me. I think a lot of you just there are time I can't get away. That's all. My parents are way up there in age. I just wish you had more parents, more patience about something like this. You know, I don't want you to get hurt in any way emotionally. Just hope that you're willing to experience pleasure in that way without getting emotionally attached. I want us to stay friends. So excited to get to talk to you again. You're right, I'm lame and no good. So I'm getting the broke up. Like, I just wish you lived closer. But I know deep down, I have always had a fantasy about being with a young woman. But I knew deep down that it was never going to happen. Just wanted to feel young again. Oh, poor man. Because you don't want it to is all. I do just too many things in the way. Live closer. You have a very great voice, girl, very sexy. And you're just lame and didn't mean anything. And that was like about this thing about to begin. Like in a couple of days, like, okay, he's not going to show. I wasted all that time chatting with him. And then he calls. So excited to get to talk to you again. I'm excited about tomorrow. Here's my address, Bowling Green. And here's a real estate page that narrowed there several hours in direction. I will call you tomorrow. There were a couple of verifier calls made, and due to the awesome verifier, things turned around. I'll be on the road to your place. I'll let you play. Sorry to disappoint you, but I had the morning clear for Saturday. Hey, I have an idea. Is it okay with you if I come there late tonight? Not sure. It was good to hear your voice again. I hear calling now, and then he shows up, and the rest is history. Sorry about that. Don't look at that dick. Holy shit, he's a disgusting freak. Wow. You were asking me what I was daydreaming about. Well, that's it. You nude and me licking you between your legs. Putrid scumbags. Well said, well said. I just don't understand why you would, an old man like me. Would you really let me lick you there? Do you want to? Well, heck yes. I just don't understand why you would let, I guess, an old man like me. You're nice and sweet and don't want to hurt me. Thank you. I want you to feel good, feel sexy. Yeah, he's a disgusting freak. He's a disgusting child rapist. There's no point going further. It's a weird chat. He's a bit cautious. I guess he almost didn't show up. Thank God he did. Paul Beaver Hunter. So we got a pretty good introduction, and we're gonna watch this. 27 minutes. I hope you like my. No, Lord.
Well, I want to kiss first.
No, Lauren, you were entrapped. It's not your fault. She's the one that used her female powers on you. One day, Lauren, you're going to be acquitted of all this, and you're going to make $80 million from NBC, and the nightmare will be over. One day, Lauren, one day. It never gets old.